Right, let's get this done then.
Hello, I'm children's author Gareth P. Jones.
And I'm superstar Dolores Del Winter.
Right. And I took part in Shropshire Bookfest Readers to Writers project earlier this year when I visited schools in Shropshire with my mystery making workshop.
Oh, that's a lovely part of the world,
Yes,
but I never know. Is it Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury?
It really either's fine. And I'm very pleased to hear that Jack Randles of Cheswardine Primary School won third place in the lower Key Stage 2 age group with his story, The Rundown Zoo.
A rundown zoo. I've been to a few of those. I went to one so bad they had to cage the visitors to stop them escaping.
Yes.
What I thought was a black bear turned out to be a rather grubby panda.
Right.
There was a sign saying, please feed the animals.
Yes, and it's brilliant to have met Jack and so many other young authors. Thank you to the organisations for inviting me to the brilliant project.
They didn't ask me though, did they?
Yeah, but you're not an author.
How dare you? I'll have you know I'm currently working on my autobiography all about my life. It's called Give the Girl a Big Hand.
Right, okay, maybe next time then. So to everyone who took part in the competition, keep reading and keep writing.
And please invite me next time. Thank you.
And in third place for Lower Key Stage 2, well done to Jack Randles with your lovely story, The Rundown Zoo. Chapter 1, The Rundown Zoo. There was a young man called Geoffrey. One day, a letter came. It was a few days after his dad died. He was still sad, so he shuffled over to the front door. He picked up the letter, and it said that his dad's zoo was now his. He wiped his tears away, and his heart pounded while he thought of the state of the zoo. But then a smile started to creep onto his face. Chapter 2. Geoffrey. Geoffrey was in his 20s in age. He was built like a wrestler and had broad shoulders. He loves animals too and is pleased to have the zoo. Geoffrey was sad about the state of the zoo and he wanted to do his best for the animals. His favourite animals, the orangutans, are monkeys because they're funny and cute. These animals also reminded him of his dad because they always used to feed them together. Chapter 3. The Dilapidated Zoo. The zoo was really crumbly and mouldy. When you walked around, all of the animals have no energy and loads of the animals are just lying there. The orangutans felt brain-numbed, and not just the orangutans, all of the animals felt apathetic. The koalas were slumped tiredly in their cages. When Geoffrey kept walking round, he found a dead koala. It reminded him so much about his dad. He sadly built a grave and started crying. Then he pulled himself together and fed the animals carefully and lovingly. Chapter 4. The Animals Escape. Tonight, the animals have a plan to escape because they hated the zoo. Their cages looked like mini top security prisons, but it was nothing that gorillas can't handle. The gorillas smashed through their enclosure. As quick as a flash, the sneaky snake used his tail to lock the room that Geoffrey was staying in. In the blink of an eye, the mischievous monkeys knocked a tree down and it fell and broke the gate. Geoffrey was awakened by the loud bing, bang, boom. He looked through the windows and saw the animals escaping. He tried to open the door, but he couldn't because a tree was in the way. He tried to call animal control, but they were asleep. Geoffrey had to wait until they arrived in the morning. Chapter 5. The Day After. The next day it hit the news and then loads of people showed up and it smelt horrible. But they all ignored the smell because they were too worried about the animals. Chapter 6. Safe at Last. The Animal Rescue Service finally came with the animals in the back of the truck, and then everybody cheers and then everybody helps to fix up the zoo. It turns into a famous place. Chapter 7. A few weeks later, people got interested in the zoo's story. a considerate animal rescuer called Jack started a crowdfunding page. Ridiculously, money started pouring in. The zoo started swarming with people to see the animals and to meet them. The animals were delighted to have the home they had always wanted. That was The Rundown Zoo by Jack Randles. Well done, Jack.